On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Survey.
An investigation of the opinions, behavior, etc. of a particular group of people, made by asking people questions.
Examples:
A comprehensive survey. Recent survey. That survey shows that people are accepting the tax increase to some extent.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples:
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Cite.
To refer to something such as a passage, book, etc. as evidence for a theory or as a reason why something has happened.
Examples:
Cite various authorities. Cite a fact as evidence. The devil can cite scripture for his purpose.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Motivation.
The reason or enthusiasm for acting or behaving in a particular way.
Examples:
Understand his motivation. Motivation for a change. A significant amount of motivation is required to be a teacher.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Contender.
The contestant you hope to defeat.
Examples:
Championship contender. Presidential contender. We were looking at a severe contender indeed.
Butcher.
A person who prepares and sells meat, especially at a retail shop. A person who kills or slaughters animals, especially for food. A person who engages in the relentless or brutal treatment of others.
Examples:
Butcher knife. Local butcher. He's a vegetarian and was shocked to see so much meat in the butcher shop.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples.
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Fiber.
Thread or filament used to make a vegetable tissue, mineral material, or textile.
Examples.
Carbon fiber. Synthetic fiber. We must consume dietary fiber to maintain good health.
Connectivity.
The state or quality of being connected or interconnected, the ability of devices, systems, or networks to communicate with and exchange information with each other.
Examples.
Digital connectivity. Global connectivity. The hotel offers high-speed internet connectivity for all its guests.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples.
A facial tissue. Loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples.
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Diet.
The food and drink that a person, animal, or community eats and drinks regularly. A legislative assembly in certain countries, for example, Japan.
Examples.
Eat a vegetarian diet. Diet approval. A balanced diet is more important for health than supplements.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples.
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Challenger.
A person or thing that challenges or competes with someone or something else, a contestant in a competition or challenge.
Examples.
Challenger brand. Political challenger. The challenger in the boxing match put up a good fight.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples.
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Carbohydrate.
Also carb, any of a class of organic compounds that include sugars, starch, and cellulose and are a principal source of energy in the diet of animals.
Examples:
Complex carbohydrate. Carbohydrate metabolism. Foods high in carbohydrates include bread, pasta, and rice.
Molecule.
A group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Resemble.
To look like or be similar to someone or something.
Examples:
Resemble each other. Resemble her mother. The brothers resemble each other in the hobby.
Texture.
The feel or appearance of a surface or substance.
Examples:
The texture of the skin. The texture of octopus. We could sense the silk's lovely texture.
Rod.
A long, thin, straight piece of wood, metal, or other material used for support, as a weapon, or for punishment.
Examples:
Rod cell. Curtain rod. He used a fishing rod to catch the biggest fish of the day.
Replicate.
To make an exact copy of something, to repeat a process or experiment to confirm the results.
Examples:
Replicate the cell. Replicate data. The experiment was replicated several times to ensure accuracy.
Extrude.
To force, push, or press out through a narrow opening or nozzle, often in a continuous fashion, to shape materials by squeezing them through a die or mold.
Examples:
Extrude rubber. Extrude metal. The artist used a pasta machine to extrude clay into intricate shapes.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Unwind.
To relax and release tension, often by engaging in leisure activities or by simply resting, to reverse the winding or twisting of something.
Examples:
Unwind after work. Unwind on vacation. I like to unwind with a good book after a long day at work.
Filament.
A thin wire or thread, especially one used to produce light in an electric bulb.
Examples:
Filament lamp. Carbon filament. The filament in the light bulb burned out, and now it's not working.
Mimic.
To imitate someone's speech, movement, or behavior, especially to make others laugh.
Examples:
Mimic a human voice. Mimic numerous instruments. He is very popular at school because he can mimic all the teachers' accents.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples:
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Brand.
A type of product, service, etc., made by a particular company and sold under a specific name, identification mark on the skin of livestock, criminals, etc., made by burning.
Examples:
Create a brand logo. The brand of the new car. There's a new brand of hero in the movies now.
Beet.
A thick, fleshy, edible root vegetable, typically having a dark red or purplish color. A plant of the goosefoot family that produces this vegetable.
Examples:
Beet salad. Roasted beet. She made a delicious salad using fresh beets from her garden.
Pigment.
A substance that gives color to a material, such as paint, ink, or biological tissue, often derived from natural sources or synthetically produced.
Examples:
Skin pigment. Pigment accumulation. The use of synthetic pigments in food production has become controversial due to health concerns.
Hem.
The edge or border of a piece of cloth, typically sewn to prevent fraying or unraveling. A small margin or border around something. Verb, to fold the edge of a piece of fabric and sew it down to create a neat and secure finish.
Examples:
The hem of a dress. Hem the skirt. The hem length of her dress was perfect for the evening event.
Flavor.
The taste sensation produced by a substance in the mouth.
Examples:
A delicate flavor. Flavor enhancer. The flavor of the coffee was rich and full-bodied.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Entrant.
A person or organization entering or taking part in a competition, contest, or event, Someone or something that enters or is granted entry into a particular field or area.
Examples:
Entrant fee. Entrant qualification. The entrant from Spain won the international cooking competition with her signature dish.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
STEM.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Coax.
To persuade, encourage, or gently urge someone to do something. To manipulate or persuade something to work or function properly.
Examples:
Coax a confession. Coax a smile. She tried to coax her cat out of the tree with a can of tuna.
Multiply.
To add a number to itself a specified number of times, to increase or cause to increase very much in number or quantity.
Examples:
Multiply 5 and 6. Multiply about 100-fold. Multiply a number by itself twice.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Alike.
Similar or identical in nature or appearance.
Examples:
Young and old alike. alike in nature. The two paintings looked alike as if the same artist had done them.
Vital.
Necessary for the success or continued existence of something.
Examples:
Play a vital role. Vital for a healthy society. Perseverance and optimism are vital to success.
Nutrient.
Any substance that is essential for the maintenance and growth of living things.
Examples:
Nutrient medicine. A nutrient for hair. They used fast-acting nutrients on the flowers in the flower beds.
Diabetes.
A medical condition in which the body cannot produce enough insulin to control the glucose levels in the blood.
Examples:
Juvenile diabetes. Diabetes patient. My father was tested for diabetes.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Swap.
To give something and receive something in trade.
Examples:
Swap seats. Swap columns with rows. Don't swap horses while crossing a stream.
Opt.
To make a choice from a range of possibilities.
Examples:
Opt out of society. Opt for a traditional wedding. I decided to opt for premature retirement.
Legume.
A plant of the pea family, whose seed is often edible and used as a source of protein.
Examples:
Legume protein. Tropical legume tree. Dried legumes are an important source of protein and fiber for an adventurer.
Potentially.
In a possible state or condition, possibly.
Examples:
Potentially affected. Potentially lucrative. The organization assisted in the de-escalation of potentially violent situations.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
Mortality due to cancer. Lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Calorie.
Unit of heat defined as the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius at atmospheric pressure, used by nutritionists to measure how much energy food will produce.
Examples:
Calorie calculation. Reduce my calorie intake. It would be best if you burned off calories through vigorous exercise.
Sodium.
A metallic element that is the most common alkali metal and is used in the production of many chemicals, including soap, glass, and paper.
Examples:
Reduce my sodium intake. Sodium bicarbonate. High levels of sodium in the diet can increase the risk of developing high blood pressure.
Coconut.
The large, hard-shelled seed of a tropical palm, which has a fibrous husk surrounding a single-seeded nut.
Examples:
Coconut milk. Coconut oil. He cracked open a coconut to drink the milk.
Saturated.
Of chemistry, describing a compound or substance that contains the maximum amount of a particular atom or group of atoms and has no further capacity to bond. Of nutrition, describing a food that is high in saturated fats, which are linked to an increased risk of heart disease.
Examples:
Saturated fat. Saturated colors. The company decided not to enter the smartphone market because it was already saturated with numerous established players.
Elevate.
To raise something from a lower to a higher position, to give a promotion to or assign to a higher position.
Examples:
Elevate educational standards. Elevate a close relationship. Eating food in a hurry elevates blood glucose levels.
Nutritional.
Of or relating to the substance required by the body to maintain health and growth.
Examples:
Nutritional supplement. Bit of nutritional yeast. The nutritional value of the food should be clearly labeled on the packaging.
Agriculture.
The practice or science of cultivating the land or raising stock.
Examples:
Organic agriculture. Intensive agriculture. Agriculture is the foundation of our economy.
Generate.
To produce or create something, to make offspring by reproduction.
Examples:
Generate more electricity. Generate $100 a month. The economic stimulation program would generate a lot of new jobs.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Greenhouse.
A building with walls and roof made chiefly of transparent material, such as glass, for growing plants in.
Examples:
Exotic plants in a greenhouse. Emissions of greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect is a phenomenon that happens naturally.
Emission.
The act of production or sending out gas, heat, light, etc.
Examples:
Global emissions of greenhouse gases. The emission of light. There are 5 distinct emissions at 5 unique wavelengths.
Substitute.
A person or thing acting or serving instead of another one. Verb, to act as a something or someone instead of another one.
Examples:
Substitute coffee. Substitute teacher. I substitute skim milk for regular milk because we are on a strict diet.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Poultry.
Domesticated birds kept by humans for their eggs, meat, or feathers.
Examples:
Poultry farming. A poultry walk. The poultry farm raised chickens and turkeys for meat and eggs.
Pollutant.
A substance or agent that pollutes or contaminates the environment, typically through release into the air, water, or soil.
Examples:
Noxious pollutant. Water pollutant. The factory's use of chemicals has made it a significant pollutant in the area.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Livestock.
Farm animals and birds such as cows, sheep, and chickens.
Examples:
Livestock agriculture. Livestock industry. Livestock feed is made from fodder crops.
Biopsy.
The process of removing and examining tissue from the body of the sick person to determine the existence or cause of a disease.
Examples:
Biopsy of bone marrow. Liquid biopsy. The doctor performed an excisional breast biopsy.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Verdict.
An official opinion or decision made in a civil or criminal case or an inquest, equals an inquiry into the cause of an unexpected death, the findings of a jury on issues of fact submitted to it for decision.
Examples:
The popular verdict. Jury verdict. The Court of Appeals upheld the verdict.
Superior.
Better, higher in quality, or more advanced than others.
Examples:
Superior performance. Provide superior customer service. The new smartphone model is superior to the previous version in terms of speed and features.
Welfare.
The general health, happiness, and prosperous of a person or group.
Examples:
Child welfare. A welfare state. She struggled for years to survive without welfare.
All or nothing.
Characterized by the requirement or expectation that a goal, outcome, or decision must be either completely successful or an absolute failure, with no room for partial success or accomplishment.
Examples:
All or nothing approach. All or nothing decision. He has an all or nothing attitude towards his career, always striving for the top.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Forego.
To give up or abstain from something. To do without something that one might be entitled to.
Examples:
Forgo dessert. Forgo the luxury. We had to forego our outdoor picnic because of the sudden rain.
Dietary.
Relating to or affecting the way that a person eats or the specific foods that they consume.
Examples:
Dietary supplement. Dietary restrictions. The menu at the restaurant includes many dietary options for those with food restrictions.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.